Let's talk for a moment about Inflamagold. Miles, why did you feel that Inflamagold should be part of the lineup?
Well, Craig, you've got the baby boomers. I'm one. I'm right at the tail end. There's millions of them here in the United States and around the world. People are getting older, and their bodies are breaking down, right? And so as a result of that, you get inflammatory responses, which leads to aches and pains. So how many times you talk to somebody, oh, how's your back today? Oh, I can see your knees bothering you. Oh, my elbow. People are experiencing these problems, and a lot of them are due to inflammatory response or overuse. You overuse something, and the body keeps remembering that it's inflamed, and that inflammation, Dr. Lair talked about the immune system going in overdrive. Well, inflammation can go into overdrive, and all of a sudden you get swollen ankles, swollen joints. One thing about pain is, when do you want it to stop? You want it to stop now, right? If you've ever been in pain, you want to do whatever you can to stop that pain. So imagine if you're, having to go to work every day and you got problems with your knees or you got problems with your elbows and you're in pain. That's a tough day, right? You can just imagine that's a tough day. You're looking forward. A lot of people, they get up in the morning, first thing they do is they check themselves and say, hey man, how do I feel? Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? So we thought that if we could come up with a product that could really assist in helping those inflammatory responses, help reduce some of that inflammation, so you don't have that swelling in the ankles after you've been on your feet all day, or have some of those aches and pains that we sometimes have. That would be a big thing for people. And so getting rid of pain for people personally, for me, is really important, because if you've ever been in pain, you understand it's not a good day. And so in our efforts to really help people, this was one of the products that we thought we'd bring to the fore.
Well, I can't agree with you more. I know so many people that have aches and pains. I was looking at the ingredients, and it's a very interesting group of ingredients from the ocean. Maybe Dr. Laird, you could tell us about the ingredients support for healthy inflammatory responses. How does Inflamagold work?
Well, sure, Craig. Again, as Miles mentioned, at the end of the day, it's like, oh man, you feel like a truck ran over you sometimes. I must be getting old. You're not getting old. There's just an imbalance in the body. And again, the body always tries to adapt biomechanically, and also physiologically, it actually tries to compensate for your aches and pains. But why not help the body produce or function in a way that it was designed to? And that's where the Inflamagold is a fantastic product, all natural. As you mentioned, from the ocean, many times people, it's like, ooh, omegas, I can take omega-3, I can take omega-6, great things in themselves, but oh, sorry, tastes like fish oil. Ew, I don't want to taste that. Years ago, moms used to give their kids cod liver oil. Have you ever had cod liver oil? It's not the favorite thing that you want to do on a regular basis. But what if we could take that particular thing, say the omega-3, the omega-6s, which are very, very beneficial, and if we could produce it in such a way as to actually find out what makes omega-3 and omega-6 work. Unfortunately, due to, I don't know what you want to term it, society today, take fish oil. Well, Craig, basic biology, if we remember that correctly, that it's impossible for humans or fish to produce omegas. Only plants can produce omegas. So the question is, where do they come from? Well, they come from microscopic plants, algae, okay, things like that, plankton. Interesting. So my question is, and I always ask people this, and a lot of physicians I talk to, why do we want the fish to process the algae or whatever the case may be? Why? Why do we want that extra chance of contaminated water? Or again, that processing time in there, extra sodium. Do we want that? No. So what if we could take a compound, break it down even further, and there's a particular compound in the omega-3 and omega-6 we call SPMs. And what those do, that's the little mechanisms that actually makes that so efficacious. And what we've done is that through a proprietary process have been able to isolate those compounds and deliver something that just wows our clients. It's amazing. If you have the opportunity to try it, great. You'll notice the results. If you haven't, please do so. No more waking up with aches and pains, feeling like you're youthful again. You want to go out and play with your children or your grandchildren? Wow, now you can do that and not have to worry about it. Oh, I want to work in the garden. Oh, but I can't. Not with InflamaGold. Fantastic product, again, all naturally derived, carefully formulated in such a way as to give your body the most efficacious mechanism involved to stop, or how we say, control inflammation.
Thanks so much for that explanation. It makes so much sense to go to the source of the omegas. It's not fish. Fish eat plants, algae, and so forth. And that's where we get the omegas from. So it makes sense that you would go to the source and then produce a product. Wonderful thought.